it's Chelsea, and today I'm going to be telling you guys some of my 2016 reading and writing goals. So I'll start off by telling you about my writing goal. I only have one goal, and that is to finish the first draft of my novel that I've been working on for the past several years. In 2015, I didn't write a whole lot. I was just at a standstill with my story, but in 2016, I am going to make it a very important goal of mine to make sure that I get through this novel and finish the first draft so I can start editing and start pulling out the good parts and dropping off the not so good parts. And I'm really excited to see how that turns out, because this story's been in my mind for so many years now, and I really want to get it on the shelves and get people copies of it so they can read it and experience my world and my characters. So for my reading goals for the year, I have designated my first ever Goodreads challenge. I've never really used Goodreads until I started BookTube almost a year ago, and so I haven't actually done a Goodreads challenge either. So I've decided to try for 60 books this year and see how well I do. I hope I can get through 60. I think I probably can, but we'll see how that works, because I go through some pretty long slumps, but hopefully I can get through 60, because 60 is not that big of a number. Something else that I would really like to do is the star jar. I don't know if it's a challenge or if it's just a thing that some people do. I've seen, I think Sam from Thoughts on Tomes has done it. I know Trina from Between Chapters has done it before, and basically what it is, you have a jar, and then for each book that you read, you make a little paper origami star, and then you put it in the jar to show like how many books you've read in a year. I haven't gotten my materials and stuff yet, but I'm trying to figure out if I want to get different colored paper or if I just want to use printer paper and color it different colors for like my star rankings, or just put however many books that I read into a jar. That might be easy, but I would really like to do that. I think that would be really cute and fun, and might be a fun thing to show in my wrap-ups. Show me like dumping stars into the jar for however many I've read. I think that might be a cool little addition to wrap-up videos, because sometimes they get a little boring. The next thing that I want to do is get through the series that I have on my shelf that I have started but haven't completed, except for A Song of Ice and Fire. I don't know if I can get through that entire thing this year. Well, not entire. I have 3 books left that are published that I haven't finished, but the other books that I have on my shelf that are in series that I haven't finished yet, I think I can do. So the first series that I have started but haven't completed yet is the Percy Jackson and the Olympians series. I have read up to the Titan's Curse, so I've read these 3, so I just have the last 2 left to finish, which I could totally do. I just need to sit down and finish them because they're fun, they're quick reads, and I like Percy Jackson's voice, so I think I can do that this year. I don't know if I will get to the sequel series this year, but I would also like to get to that. I don't know if I'll buy it. I might go get it from the library, but we'll see. I'm not putting that on my goals. I'm just saying that I need to finish these books first because they're on my shelf, and the books on my shelf need to be read because I have over 100 unread books on my shelves. So the next series that I have on my shelf that I've read part of but haven't finished is The Land of Elion. These are middle grade or very young adult fantasy stories. It follows our main character, what's her name, Alexa Daly, who can speak with animals. I really enjoyed this series in middle school, and I think it was just in middle school, yeah. and I read the first 2 books and I really, really loved them. And then I got the 3rd book, but it had been so long since I read the first 2 that I didn't really remember what happened, and I was a little lost, so I ended up not picking this back up. So I would like to finish these because, you know, they've been on my shelf for a long time and I haven't finished them. I know there's more books in the series, so I'm kind of debating as to whether I should put this on my goals, because I don't think I'll immediately go out to get the next books, but I at least want to read the 3rd book that I haven't read yet that's on my shelf. So I think that's doable. I'll have to start the series over because I want to remember what happened, not really just go to a like summary site. I'd rather just reread it because they're really small and they don't take any time at all to read, really. The next series that I have on my shelf that I haven't finished yet is the Inkheart series. I have read Inkheart and Inkspell, and I have not read Inkdeath yet. This is similar to the last series that I showed, that I'm going to end up rereading the entire trilogy because I don't remember really what happened in the 2nd book especially. I kind of remember the gist of the 1st book, but not like the major details. And I remember really, really enjoying these books when I was reading them, so I would like to finish the series out. I'd like to also read the other Cornelia Funke book that I have on my shelf, which is Dragon Rider, which I haven't read at all yet.
I have a lot of middle grade here. I hope I'm in the mood for middle grade a lot this year because I have a lot of middle grade books to finish.
And then the next series that I have started but haven't finished is the Fablehaven series by Brandon Mull. I've read the first 2 books, haven't read the last 3, and I really adored the first 2 books. I'll probably just do a refresher on the first 2 books and not reread them completely because it wasn't too long ago that I read them.
Okay, no, I did read them like 4 years ago now. Not 4, like 3.
So I might reread them. It depends on how I'm feeling, but I do really want to get back into this series and finish it because it was really, really, really good. I really enjoyed it. I would like to get through my Frank Peretti books. So I have The Oath House, which is by Frank Peretti and Ted Dekker. And then I have The Visitation, and then I have the first 2 books in the This Present Darkness series that I want to get through. Yeah, so I'd like to get through these at some point as well. So there's 19 books there. And there's a lot of books that I also want to read that I don't own. So we'll see how this goes, but I'm hoping that I can get through these because they've been on my shelf for a long time and I need to finish them because they've been quite neglected lately. So yeah, that is about it for my reading goals.
Let me check my cheat sheet. Oh no!
I forgot. Okay, I would also like to at least start the Mistborn series by Brandon Sanderson because I've heard all of this whole he's the king of fantasy and I really want to get into his writing. It needs to be read because books don't like to not be read because I am a book and I know these things. Yeah, so go ahead and tell me down in the comments what your top #1 book is that you want to read this year, whether it be a new release or something you've had on your shelves for a while, or even something that you really, really want to reread. Anything really. Just talk to me. I want to talk books. That's why I'm here. I'm rambling now, so I should probably stop. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day. You're all awesome. Thanks. Yeah. What am I doing? Okay, bye. Bye. If I planned ahead of time, I would have had these down already. But I don't plan ahead of time because I'm lazy. I'd like to also... Whoa. Hello.